Welcome to Deltona Biz Reviews.
Hey there.
Today, we're taking a closer look at a local fitness spot lots of folks might be considering. Anytime Fitness. It's the one over at 1382 Howland Boulevard, right here in Deltona.
That's the one. And we've gathered quite a bit of info, haven't we?
Yeah, pulled from different places, local reviews, the gym's own website, that kind of thing.
Exactly. The idea is to really dig into what they offer, but maybe more importantly, what people are actually, experiencing there.
Right. Give you the details you need to figure out if it's the right gym for you.
Yep. Help you make an informed choice.
Okay, so let's start with the absolute basics. Location first.
Sure. It's 1382 Howland Boulevard, Deltona, Florida. Zip code 32738.
Got it. And if people want to call?
The number listed is 386-259-9894.
Okay. And a website?
AnytimeFitness.com. Pretty standard stuff.
Straightforward ways to find them or get in touch then.
And like the name says, it is open 237 for members.
Which is a big draw, right? That flexibility.
Definitely. But keep in mind, if you want to, say, take a tour or ask detailed questions in person, the staffed office hours are more limited, usually normal weekday hours. But
best to check first.
Yeah, absolutely. Check the website or just give them that call first to confirm when someone will definitely be there.
Makes sense. Okay, now, the part everyone's probably waiting for. What are people saying about this place?
Right. The local opinions?
Yeah.
We looked through a bunch of feedback. Let's start with the good stuff people mentioned.
Sounds good. Any highlights?
Well, yeah. Some positive comments about customer service popped up. Specifically, an employee named Gio.
Oh, yeah.
Mentioned more than once.
Yeah.
Described as professional, helpful. People felt welcomed, like the sign-up was smooth.
That personal touch really matters in a gym setting, doesn't it?
It absolutely can.
Yeah.
And for comfort during workouts, some folks mentioned good ventilation. Fans going.
Okay. Important for Florida heat.
Definitely. They also apparently have a vending machine, protein shakes, water, energy drinks, handy stuff.
Uh-huh. Anything about the equipment itself?
Yeah, one interesting comment mentioned a sled area.
Oh, for pushing and pulling.
Exactly. And they said there was awesome equipment other gyms don't have. So maybe some more specialized gear.
Could be a plus for certain types of training.
Could be. Another person liked that it was generally quiet, especially for late night workouts.
Nice. Sometimes you just want to get in, do your thing without a huge crowd.
And looking back a little, someone who said they were members since 2019 had really positive things to say then.
Like what?
Called it a clean gym with all new equipment. Also mentioned nice employees, fair prices, good AC, and fans.
Okay, so hitting all the key points there.
Yeah, comfortable atmosphere, respectful members who actually wipe things down, plus free guest Wi-Fi and showers. Basic amenities, but good ones.
Showers are definitely a plus.
For sure. And even further back, like 2015, someone called it one of Deltona's best kept secrets.
Wow, high praise.
Yeah, he mentioned it was fully equipped cardio, free weights, even a studio for virtual classes like cycling and yoga.
Virtual classes, interesting.
And again, emphasize that 2047 access and friendly, helpful staff. So historically, seems like it had a pretty solid reputation.
Okay, so that's a good baseline. Some definite positives, especially historically.
Right. But it's really important we also look at the more recent feedback.
Which tells a different story.
Well, yeah, quite a different one in some cases. Several recent reviews raised some pretty serious concerns.
Like what kind of concerns?
Some used really strong words, actually, like disgusting. Mentioned equipment not working, general lack of upkeep.
Yikes. Disgusting is not what you want to hear about a gym.
Not at all. Cleanliness seems to be a major recurring issue for some people lately.
Any specifics on the cleanliness?
Yeah, complaints about things like empty paper towel dispensers just sitting there.
Basic stuff.
Exactly. And one reviewer felt the manager, Gio, the same one praised in other reviews, seemed kind of unresponsive to these issues.
Okay. So a potential disconnect there on responsiveness.
Seems like it. And then there's the AC issue again, but in a bad way.
Oof.
Reports of lack of AC, high humidity making workouts just unbearable.
Oof. That's tough in Florida. Big contrast to the earlier positive comments about good AC.
A huge contrast. Someone else mentioned dirt and dust on the equipment making it hard to breathe.
Yeah.
And disgusting bathrooms came up again.
Man, that's not great. Sounds like basic maintenance might be slipping based on these comments.
That's the impression you get. One person literally said it felt like bare minimum effort.
Not exactly confidence inspiring if you're thinking of joining.
No. And there were also mentions of less than positive interactions.
Like with staff.
One related to the owner, actually. Someone had a negative experience about a guest pass, and it apparently put them off joining altogether.
Wow, that first impression really counts, huh?
It definitely does. Another thing mentioned was inconsistency with rules.
How so?
Specifically about kids being in the facility. And tied to that, someone described a rude interaction with a person they identified as the GF of the owner.
Oh boy. That kind of thing can really affect the whole vibe of a place.
For sure. It impacts whether you feel comfortable there,
Definitely. Any other recurring issues?
Grimy water fountains were noted. Seems like a detail, but it adds to the overall picture of cleanliness or lack thereof.
Right, it's those little things.
And looking back just a bit, a 2022 review said there wasn't much equipment and claimed half of it was broken.
Half? That's a lot.
Yeah. They also mentioned something specific about a basketball court having pipes that block the shooting area. Kind of an art detail, but suggests maybe things aren't optimally set up.
Interesting. So a real mix of feedback, leaning more negative recently, particularly on cleanliness and upkeep.
That seems to be the trend in the reviews we looked at, yeah. It is worth noting, though.
What's that?
A business did respond to at least one negative review. The one about the paper towel dispenser.
Oh, okay. What did they say?
They said the holder had been replaced and that the area manager would reach out to the reviewer.
So they are monitoring feedback, at least somewhat.
It appears so. Whether that translates to consistent, widespread improvements, well, that's harder to tell just from the reviews.
True. Okay, so that's the vibe from the locals. What does the gym say about itself? What are their official offerings?
Right, let's look at what the business promotes. Obviously, the 24-hour access, 24-hour security, that's key. They also heavily promote the global access, being able to use over 5,000 anytime fitness gyms worldwide.
That's a standard perk for that franchise, right?
It is, yeah. Good if you travel. They also talk about personalized fitness plans, coaching services.
The usual personal training stuff.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Convenient parking, private restrooms, and showers, which we heard mentioned in reviews too.
Okay. What about classes?
They list yoga and free classes. Though remember that older review specifically mentioned virtual classes. So the exact nature of current classes might be worth clarifying.
Good point. Need to check if they're live instructor-led or virtual.
Exactly. Then there's the equipment list on their site. It's pretty extensive.
Like what?
Cardio TVs, treadmills, ellipticals, bikes regular and spin, stair climbers, rowers.
Standard cardio covered.
Yep. And for strength. Squat racks, plate-loaded machines, dumbbells, Rogue equipment, which is usually good quality, bumper plates for deadlifts, barbells, kettlebells, suspension training like TRX, battle ropes, multifunctional racks, medicine balls, plyo boxes, resistance bands. It's a long list.
Sounds like on paper, at least, they should have plenty of gear. Covers most bases.
It definitely reads that way. If it's all there and working, that's the question raised by some reviews.
Right. The crucial caveat, what about membership costs?
They list a couple of plans online. A 12-month one at $24.99 biweekly.
Okay.
And a 24-month plan at $22.99 biweekly. They also mention custom options and sometimes run deals like join for $1.
Standard gym pricing structure, pretty much. Bi-weekly payments.
Seems like it. They also have a referral program, and they make a big claim.
This is
Voted best gym in Deltona.
Huh. Wonder where that vote came from. Always good to know the source of those claims.
Indeed. They emphasize a supportive community, expert coaches, offer a free fitness consultation.
Standard intro offers.
And one interesting thing is a partnership with Apple Fitness plus Millis. They mention a trial subscription if you try Anytime Fitness.
Oh, okay. A little tech integration there.
Yeah. And finally, the staff listed online.
Who did they mention?
Gio Diaz is listed as the manager.
The same Gio mentioned in the reviews, both good and bad.
Presumably, yes.
Yeah.
And Andrew Gunlack is listed as the owner.
Okay.
The owner's profile mentions a commitment to clean facilities, well-maintained equipment, and a non-intimidating atmosphere across multiple locations he owns.
So the owner's stated goals seem aligned with what members want, but the recent reviews suggest maybe a gap in execution at this specific location.
That seems to be the tension point, yeah. The stated ideal versus some recent reported realities.
All right. So wrapping this up, quite a mixed bag for Anytime Fitness on Howland Boulevard.
Definitely. You've got some history of positive feedback, mentions of helpful staff like Geo initially, and a potentially decent range of equipment listed.
What?
But then you have these more recent, quite strong complaints focusing on cleanliness, broken equipment, lack of AC, and maybe some issues with management responsiveness or consistency.
So for you, the learner listening right now, it's really about weighing those things.
Exactly. Consider the older positive points, but definitely pay attention to the newer concerns about upkeep and hygiene. Those seem pretty consistent lately.
What's the best advice then?
Honestly, if you're considering it, you probably need to go see it for yourself.
During staffed hours, right?
Yes, absolutely. Go during office hours. Take a really good look around. Check the equipment you'd actually use. How clean do the bathrooms really look? How does the air feel?
Get that firsthand impression. See if it matches the promises or the complaints.
Precisely. Talk to the staff, maybe Geo or whoever's there. See what vibe you get. Does it feel like a place putting in the bare minimum or a place that's actively maintained?
Because ultimately, your own eyes and experience are going to be the best judge, given how varied the online feedback is.
Couldn't agree more. See if it feels like the right fit for your fitness journey.
Okay. Well, that's our deep dive into Anytime Fitness here on Deltona Biz Reviews.
That was helpful.
And hey, if you're a local business owner here in Deltona and you'd like to reach listeners who are clearly interested in our community, drop us an email. It's deltonabizreview@gmail.com. We can talk about advertising opportunities.
Good way to connect with engaged local folks.
Absolutely. And if you found this review useful, please do us a favor. Like this, subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep bringing you these in-depth looks at businesses right here in Deltona.
Yeah, we want to keep everyone informed and connected in the community.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Deltona Biz Reviews.
We'll catch you on the next one.